Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Tonight's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 fragrances for spring. Spring is in the air, the sun is shining, the flowers are blooming. In the UK, we are freezing. We are literally freezing, okay? But have no fear, spring is, still in full bloom. I can see everything is beginning to come alive, you guys. And so I just thought that I'll give you guys, of course, my top 10 favorite fragrances and my top 10 best fragrances in my perfume collection that I just think evokes that spring vibe or that spring mood. If you guys are interested in seeing my top 10 fragrances for spring, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous love and your support. So let's just get into it, you guys. I absolutely love these selections because I think that these fragrances definitely, put me in the mood of spring. First up, we have Wind Flowers by Creed, you guys. And you already know the name of this fragrance just kind of gives you, the vibe of this perfume. This is a beautiful, airy, white floral fragrance with the essence of peach, okay? There is some jasmine, there's some rose, there's some tuberose in here. So this perfume, it is light, it is airy. It smells slightly bit powdery. There's some musk in here so as well. So this fragrance tends to come across, it smells like your skin, but it smells very elegant, okay? Very elegant. It smells expensive, and it's just overall a very fresh, floral, pretty woman smelling fragrance in my opinion, you guys. So Windflower, this beautiful fragrance definitely puts me in the mood for spring, and ultimately I think out of all the fragrances in my perfume collection, this definitely gives me the most spring vibes. So this is Windflowers by Creed. Next up, we have Jasmine Freak by Room 1015, you guys. This is one of the most newest releases from the brand, and I'm going to give it to you guys. This is a very scrumptious, perfume. I say scrumptious because there's some sweet orange, there's some blackcurrant and some mango in the opening. It smells like a sparkling, juicy, mango with sweet orange, some beautiful jasmine in here. So the jasmine is quite prominent, but it's coupled beautifully with those fruity elements, and it's coming off to be sparkling and juicy and really sweet. There's also some ylang ylang in here, making this fragrance smell like almost kind of shampooy. It smells a little bit soapy, a little bit clean. It just overall smells like a sparkling, juicy, clean, sweet, fruity, floral fragrance with a very prominent note of jasmine that makes the fragrance feel warm, and just overall just smells very ladylike and very elegant, you guys. So Jasmine Freak, this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance for this time of year. Next up, we have Kylie's newly released Fleur Majesty Rose Royale. And I had to include this fragrance, you guys, because everything about this fragrance is just spells out spring. This fragrance pretty much smells like a very elegant rose fragrance with the essence of some juicy peach. When you first spray this fragrance, you get like the most elegant bouquet of roses. It smells very floral, very expensive, very exquisite. And then in the background, you get a bit of that juicy peach. You get a lot of the violets in the peonies. It's a very mellow and very soft and very expensive rose fragrance. And overall, this perfume, it smells like spring, and it smells sophisticated. It is a beautiful fragrance, quite similar to the Delina, but there is something slightly bit different to this particular scent. I do find it to be brighter and airier and slightly bit lighter and a little bit sharper. And again, as the fragrance dries down, you do get a lot of that juicy peach. A beautiful fragrance for the spring and the summer months. It smells a little bit clean as well. So there we have Fleur Majesty Rose Royale, a beautiful fragrance for the spring season. Next up, we have one of my most favorite fragrances for spring. We have Green Extravaganza by Valentino, you guys. And this fragrance opens up with some Lapsang Souchong in the opening. We have some jasmine in the heart and some vanilla. But what this fragrance really smells like, this smells like a juicy, ripe, citrusy, freshly cut green, sweet apple, you guys. It's slightly bit aromatic. It smells a little bit musky. It smells clean. It smells fruity. and it seems to be getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and sweeter by the time, you guys. This is like the most beautiful spring summer fragrance. Now, I don't know anything else, you know, that smells quite like this perfume, but it's such a beautiful fragrance. It's just something about those citrusy, green, juicy elements. It smells like you're biting into a fresh, you know, juicy, sweet, crisp green apple, you guys. I absolutely love it. And it is strong, it is punchy, it is long lasting. It's not too overpowering or anything like that. So you can wear this, you know, throughout the spring and the summer months. It's just an absolutely beautiful fragrance from Valentino. So there we have Green Extravaganza. Next up, we have Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks, you guys. And like this name implies, this fragrance just smells like the most beautiful white florals just blooming during the springtime. Okay, this fragrance has some a few fruity notes in the opening, but in the heart there's definitely some jasmine, and we have that sandalwood in the base, which gives this fragrance a very smooth and creamy vibe. Overall, this is a white floral fragrance with some woody touches, obviously from the sandalwood, but we're getting more of the creamy elements from the sandalwood, more than the woody vibes. It's creamy, it's warm, it's pleasant, and it is extremely elegant. It's a very soft and powdery and very mellow smelling perfume. And it is a compliment getter, you guys. Every time I wear this fragrance, people ask me, what are you wearing? Because it is just absolutely beautiful. So there we have it, you guys. Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks. This is a beautiful fragrance for the spring. Obviously, this fragrance can be worn all year round, but something about that feel, the feel of this fragrance, it just gives you like spring, you know, lots of florals and very warm and a very fuzzy feeling on the inside, you guys. So this is a Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks. Next up, we have Bun Perfumers 101. And this is the rose, the white cedar, and the sweet pea fragrance. I think there is more than one 101 from the brand, so I just thought that I highlight that part for you guys. You guys, this fragrance is the most, in true French style, it is the most elegant, sophisticated, clean rose fragrance. There is some lavender in here, and there's some cardamom, which is very, very prominent. Okay, there's obviously, you know, a very prominent note of rose in here, and there is some patchouli. So all these notes, you guys, pretty much stand out in this fragrance. It's a very invigorating scent. It comes off quite similar to Gris Dior, but then you're getting the patchouli, you're getting the rose. It smells clean, it smells sophisticated, it smells elegant, it smells spicy, and you're getting that lavender. This fragrance definitely comes close to that Gris Dior vibe, you guys. And overall, it is the most crisp and clean and sophisticated rose perfume. Definitely gives me like French vibes, but it is an absolutely beautiful fragrance for this time of year. Very nice fragrance that you can wear for the spring and summer months. But this is like, you know, a very like posh rose fragrance. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a very posh fragrance, not boring or anything. It's just something that somebody who is quite savvy would wear, in my opinion. So there we have it. We have Bun Perfumers 101. This is an absolutely beautiful fragrance for the spring and the summer months. Next up, we have Fleur de Fleur by Uni Nomad, you guys. And I've had this fragrance for quite some time, but I pulled it out recently and I wore this fragrance. I think I wore this fragrance like 2 days ago. And this perfume had the most beautiful, just warm, rich auntie floral vibe to it, you guys. Very pleasant florals. So in this perfume, we have notes of grapefruit, bergamot, and saffron in the opening. In the middle, we have some ylang ylang, tuberose, jasmine. In the base, we then have some benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and some agarwood. But what does this fragrance smell like, you guys? It just smells... There is quite a lot going on in here, but I get just florals. I get quite a lot of florals. There's something slightly sharp, a little bit sweet. It smells rich and a little bit decadent, in my opinion. It's a saffron that I'm getting. So this fragrance, you get a very, you know, large dose of the saffron in here. So yeah, and as it begins to settle down, I'm getting a lot more of that ylang ylang. This perfume just smells very elegant and very sophisticated. I don't know. It smells like a rich auntie vibes. It smells like a Patti LaBelle. I mean, I know Patti LaBelle is quite mature, but it just smells, you know, it smells like a very elegant fragrance, you guys. Lots of florals, very pretty. There are no harsh edges, nothing standing out too much or overwhelming in the fragrance. It just smells very warm, very florally, and very elegant and very pretty, you guys. So this is Fleur de Fleur by Uni Nomad. This is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear during the spring and the summer months. I think it's a beautiful fragrance, you know, for a bride perhaps, or a bridesmaid, or maybe even the mom of the bride. I just feel like this is a very like warm and beautiful smelling fragrance, you guys. Next up, we have one of my absolute favorite fragrances in my perfume collection. We have Yellow Dreams by Valentino, you guys. And this is a beautiful cold lemon rose and musky smelling perfume. A beautiful mixture of that lemon and that rose note. I don't know, there's something about the lemons, okay? I normally like citrusy fragrances, citrusy notes and fragrances, but the lemon in here, so it is a bit, you know, it's a bit subdued, and it's coupled quite beautifully with that rose. It's like in perfect harmony with the rose, and then you have the musk, making this fragrance a very simple yet elegant and very beautiful, and a very like a cold rose and refreshing fragrance. All of the above, you guys. There's something just truly beautiful about this scent that I just love, and it is most definitely a very beautiful fragrance, a very nice fragrance to be worn during the spring and the summer months, you guys. So this is Valentino's Yellow Dreams. Next up, we have another favorite of mine, probably one of the most beautiful rose fragrances in my perfume collection. We have Ella Rose by MFK, you guys. I don't think there should be any spring lineup without Ella Rose. I guess, you know, this particular scent doesn't get a lot of love. It's under the shadow of Oud Satin Mood and Baccarat Rouge and everything else that's going on. But this, like, I don't even consider this to be a simple fragrance. This is the most beautiful, you know, offering or rendition of a freshly cut rose, a freshly cut green rose, you guys. It smells lush, it smells powdery, it smells elegant, it smells like the most truest essence of a rose that you can possibly capture. It smells like shampoo, it smells clean, and this fragrance unfortunately isn't that well loved because apparently it doesn't last that long, but in the first hour or two, this fragrance projects like crazy, you guys. This is the most like, even if you don't like rose, I feel like you will have an appreciation for this fragrance. I know, obviously, you know, in terms of grabbing yourself a bottle, considering the price point and it doesn't last, probably you won't be inclined to grab it. But when it comes to the scent profile, I feel like this is one of the most like spectacular rose fragrances, and I know it's the most beautiful, beautiful rose fragrances that I've ever smelled, you guys. So this is Ella Rose by MFK. Wrapping it up with an oldie but a goodie, we have the Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, you guys. I haven't smelled this fragrance in ages, I haven't worn it in ages, but Absolutely Blooming, like the name implies, is just a beautiful fragrance for this time of year. This is a very tangy, sharp, rich, fruity fragrance with the essence of blackcurrant. There's some raspberry in here, so a very beautiful note of pomegranate, you guys. Not a note that people play with much in fragrances, but it is nice, it is bright, it is sharp, it is citrusy, it is sweet, and then we have some rose and some peony in the heart and some musk in the base. So it just kind of mellows out a beautiful, you know, fruity fragrance, fruity floral fragrance, in my opinion. This is still like, even though I haven't worn this fragrance in a long time, pulling for this fragrance and smelling it is just like, it's a love. You know, when you just love, I don't know if it's the brand or the you know, this perfume line, because you guys know I love my Miss Dior. Miss Dior is my favorite fragrance, and I haven't worn it in a long time. But I have never, like, these are like one of the first fragrances that I purchased in my perfume journey, and I have never smelled them and felt like, oh my God, I am so bored of this fragrance, I no longer care to wear it. It is just like a die-hard, beautiful fragrance that just like, it ages well with time, and it still smells current, it still smells modern, it still smells beautiful, you know, in the world of fragrances. And for this time of year, you guys, and nobody does florals or rose like Francois Demachy, you guys. So we have the beautiful Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming coming out for the springtime, because this is just an absolutely blooming fragrance for the springtime, you guys. So this is Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. And there you have it, you guys. These are my top 10 fragrances for spring. I hope you guys enjoy these selections. I love every single one of these scents. When I mean I love them, like every single one of them were very, very exciting to talk about and to share with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If in fact you did, please give me a very big thumbs up. Please let me know in the comment section, what are your favorite go-to fragrances for this time of the year? It'd be interesting to know. But yeah, please feel free to drop me a comment. Let me know what are your favorite fragrances for spring. And if you guys are new here, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. For those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys, and I'm happy to have you here with me. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.